Oh, right here. Not yet. All right, I'll just let that do what it does. Okay, good. Oh, right here. Oh, right here. All right, not yet. Found last minute, I kind of had to mute that because there's a little bit of feedback coming through. So, all right, let's jump back over to the charts. All right, take a look. All right, so what I like to do is I start with the crypto first because that's when I'm actively trading in right now. Okay, and so the chart can only go a couple ways. It can either go up or it can go down. All right, and so when we looked at it yesterday, we know that it wasn't ready to go back up yet because we didn't have our crosses in. Okay. Right now it is just moving sideways and coming back down. And what I was mentioning was that, clear this off a little bit. Okay, so what I was mentioning was that this chart, right before we started recording, this chart, it paid out a bunch of money already. Okay, if you look back here, this coin was $6.13 on. If you look all the way down to the bottom, this is the 11th of March. Okay, this is 11th of March down here. Coin is 636. Right. If you come back a little bit further, this is 10th of March. Coin was 499. Right. So the coin almost doubled in the last 30 days. Right. Actually, it's not even 30 days yet because that's just the beginning of March. Right. Let's go back here, February. So let's go back February 23rd, which is a month ago. It was at $3.06 for this coin. Okay, so because it rolled up so fast, it has to do a little pullback, right? It has to do a little bit of pulling back, and so that's what you're seeing. That's what you're seeing happening right now. So I'm expecting the coin to do something like. I'm expecting it to do something like is either going to come underneath here, come down here, do a little wiggle action, and then is either going to break out to the downside, retest, continue on down, or is it going to push up through here, wiggle around this zone again, come back over, back down again, or it can come up this way, break this, and continue on up. Either way, it's only two places for it to go, right? It's either going to come to this channel, come back down, come back to this channel, come back up. Or it's going to come to this channel, go around, and keep on down, retest, come back up, right? Or this area, wiggle around, break up through there, or here, go straight through, right? So that's the only thing that the chart could possibly do. And looking at our indicators here, this one isn't ready, okay? So for you guys that are brand new, you'll learn about the indicators a little bit. And this is really how to catch a lot of pips in the marketplace, right? And before I used to be a little more concerned about pips and stuff like that, how many pips to catch, but now I'm more concerned about what percentage can I grow my money by, because at the end of the day, like the pips themselves don't make as much, is not as important, because you can got 100 pips at a 0.01 lot size, right, and make $10, or you could have, or $10, so that would be a dollar, or you can have a standard for 10 pips, and make, depending on what period it is, make $100 or $1,000, right? So the amount of pips you catch isn't as important, but if you have $1,000 and you grow your account by say 4 or 5%, now that 1,000 turns into $500-600, right? Likewise, if you got $100 and you grow your account by 5%, you make $5. So you grew your account relative to the size of your account. And that's, in my opinion, what's really, really important, right? So I'm gonna run through these pairs I'm looking at. So I look at HNT. I know HNT ain't ready yet. I gotta wait for it to turn back, get ready to buy again before I hop back into HNT. All right. The other ones, I was going to take a quick see what Bitcoin is doing. Bitcoin is in a pullback. It looks like Bitcoin is still coming down a little bit more. I'm expecting Bitcoin to either come to this level right here, come to this level right here where it is right now. Right, and continue back up. Continue back up this way, or we'll have to see it break this level. But if it breaks this level right here, we'll have to wait for it to retest before it goes back down, right? So right now I'm going to hold on Bitcoin because it isn't really ready yet for entry for a buy on Bitcoin, but it is respecting this level. You see it respected this level right here, came back up, back down, respected this level. It also respected that level over here as well. So when it turns back around, I'm expecting it to buy back up to somewhere in this 59K range, right? At least before it pulls back or continues past that range. But you know, if we see it going this way and we don't see some of the other altcoins moving, sliding money back into Bitcoin, right? But if the altcoins are moving in the same direction as Bitcoin, then I would want to keep the money in the altcoins, right? Because I'm going to get more percentage in the altcoins, right? So, for example, for Ethereum, for example, to go to 3,200 versus Bitcoin to go to 108,000 is a lot easier for Ethereum to double 100% growth than it is for Bitcoin to double the same 100% growth, right? So keep that in mind as well. All right. So it's Bitcoin, not ready yet. Ethereum, I don't really trade Bitcoin or Ethereum, but I like to see where he's at, so I know when to move my money into Bitcoin or when to move it out. But I don't really trade it per se, right? Ethereum is hitting this little low right down here to see what's going to happen. I've been looking at a lot of articles and stuff talking about Ethereum. I'm not as bullish on Ethereum as a lot of other people are. You know, I could be wrong about Ethereum, but because there's so many other options out there with a cheaper cost, then Ethereum doesn't look to me like a very necessarily the most viable thing, right? So I put this line here. I want to see if price is going to respect this line because last time it came to this line, it broke the line, went up. So I'm going to see if it's going to break through this line and come back on down, or it's going to respect this line and turn back up. Right. So, but Ethereum, in terms of crypto, I'm buying Ethereum right now, unless you're looking to hold it for a really long time. I wouldn't buy it at this point. I would wait until it turns back around and go back up. Okay. So Theta's been going like crazy. Theta's at 13. Look at how Theta just climbed up. Look at this. Crazy. Right. Crazy. Look at that. It just skyrocketing up. And it looks like it wants to continue on up. But this is on a 5 minute, right? And I don't know why it looks so small for 5 minutes. But with Theta, like I'm real wary about like jumping into charts like when they're going straight up like this, because at some point in time it's bound to retest. It has to retest. It has to pull back down. We don't know when. So if you got Theta at this point, you might want to put a stop in right here. You know, so that you could save some money if it comes back down, because it can retest all the way back down to, let me grab a quick little fib here. I don't use fibs too often, but I'll grab a fib right here. Okay, so on the top of here, and come to this level right here. Okay, open this up so you can see a little bit. But it's real possible that Theta can retest, as you can tell right here, is starting to turn back this way a little bit, but it can retest all the way back down to this 50 or 61 level, either one of these two, before continuing up. But it's clearly in an upward trend, right? So actually got to flip that chart, flip around. Alrighty, okay. Let's see. I'm gonna mute you for a second there, Kelly Cal. Okay, so there was a fib working. Why is it not moving? Okay, so boom, slide it from where that move began. And so, like I was saying, we could fully expect it could pull all the way back down to this 50 level, or it can pull right from to the 61 level, which is anywhere here, and continue back up. So I would, that's why I was saying that you might want to put a stop in at least at this level, because if it pulls back and it passes this area, you want to at least capture whatever you made from here all the way up, right? I mean, if you hit your target, you can also get out at this level, right? If you hit your target already, okay. But yeah, we're gonna make some money on Theta and HNT. Okay, so any questions on Theta so far, anything like that? Before I move on, Theta or any other coins I looked at so far? Ooh. All right. You might be muted if you got questions, just FYI. All right, but let me see something here real quick. Just gonna readjust this for a little bit. Now, this is looking to me like I might want to buy some ZIL. I mean, this is a chart that I like a lot. Okay. And I've been trading this chart for a long time. And so what I'm looking at right here, right now, I'm going to go down from 15 minutes because I see it's coming up approaching here for a connection, right? So I'm going to go down to my favorite 8-minute. Here goes our 8-minute chart. We got an 8-minute right here. Boom. And another one right here. Yeah, ain't completely ready to enter yet, but and is right at this area right here. I don't even see a brick with a wick. If I saw a brick with a wick, I would probably enter it. But I might still enter it a little bit. Because although this isn't telling me it's ready to buy, although it's not telling me it's ready to buy, so you probably shouldn't enter at this point. So, but I will a little bit. Right, I'm gonna enter a little bit because I've traded this chart for a long time, and my intuition tells me it's still going to pull up. It's still going to continue pulling back up at least to this level somewhere, right? So somebody saying they come to class. Okay, right. So I'm gonna buy a little bit. I'm not gonna buy heavy until I got a clear sign. But let me go here and look at my 5-minute chart. Let me find my retest on my 5 minutes. 5-minute retest. This is still the same thing. So 5-minute is a little bit higher, right? 5-minute is right here. It's a little bit, but ain't really ready yet. So technically, guys, you probably shouldn't really enter. You wouldn't really enter right this minute. I'm just looking here to see if. Looking here to see, and this is the reason why right here, right? Like you see this right here. If you look at this is on a 3-minute. I don't like to do 3 minutes too much because 3 minutes is like really small for trading, especially when you're trading 3 minutes is pretty short. Let's see. Hey, Miss Ivy, how you doing? Okay. So what I'm looking for here, I'm looking to see if I'm getting any proof that I could enter, even on a 3-minute. Although I went traded 3-minute, I'm still looking for evidence that tells me like, okay, still a high probability that this is going to continue to buy. But I know ZIL, it might pull back into this zone again, come back down to here. But it's when I see a retest, usually on an 8-minute chart, which is right here, I I feel pretty good that although according to our strategy, right, technically you wouldn't enter this here. I might still enter a little bit of ZIL, but I'm gonna enter something real small ZIL. I'm not gonna buy a whole bunch of ZIL. Okay, I won't buy a whole bunch until I see this line right here goes past this retest area right here. So in order for me to buy it with confidence, I need to see this line looking more like this, right? It has to be above this level. But right now the retest area and this retest area is still below. So technically I wouldn't enter, right? But I'm doing a little bit more of an advanced kind of thing. And so if for whatever reason, and that's what I'm going to enlighten on, if for whatever reason it gives me some drawdown, I'm okay with it, right? I'm okay with the drawdown because I'm up plenty in this chart already. So I'm not too concerned about the small drawdown, but what I want to do is I'll put a little bit here and I'll come back and check the chart again a little bit later on. And once I see it where it needed to be, then I'm gonna go heavy with it, right? And I'm gonna drop money into it, right? But I'm gonna still go first and look at, so that's our ZIL. Not really trading Zcash, but I'm interested in looking at Zcash a little bit. Zcash has been tumbling for a little while. Let me see how far back Zcash is tumbling. Okay, this is all the way back to, let me see what the chart looks like actually. Wow, Zcash gotta make some moves. But if a person is just holding Zcash, they might panic because it just tumbled down a bunch. But for us that know how to trade, this is actually a pretty decent chart because when this bad boy turns back around, comes back this way, right? If it turns back around and says it's ready to go, it's going to pull back up at least back to the top of this height right here, this last high, right? If not, okay, yeah, if not, right, and if you got the patience, right, meaning if you could just, like, I'm in a trade right now, I'm up a couple $1,000s, but it's been running for a week and a half, but I mean, it keeps, every time I look in there, it keeps growing more, so I don't mess with it. I just kind of leave it alone, right? I just leave it alone and let it do its thing, right? So I remember when I was telling people that theta is going to be $15, it's almost $15 right now, right?
Matter of fact,
we're still really expecting ZIL to get to $1.80, $1.50, $2. So even right now, it's still a nice position on it, right? Still a nice position on it. So I'm expecting Zcash to come back from here all the way back to this level at least, right here. This level right here at least. Let me just box that. Right. So it's either going to come back to this level, or if we see it on a bigger chart and if it looks really nice and you got the patience, meaning if you could just let the money sit and like don't jump out of the market, let do its thing, right here, it'll pull back up to at least this level. It might have to come and, do its little wiggling first. It might come over here and it might come back up here and then, do this little thing right here, come back down, but eventually it's coming back to that level. Okay. I haven't really followed up on XRP, but XRP is cheap enough that I'm decided to buy a little bit of it because I'm just looking at the chart and I'm believing that at some point in time it's going to pull back up to here, right? And so I'm not super concerned about all the news and XRP and everything because I don't really trade that way. I trade real simple, right? So I believe that XRP, that's because it's been around for a long time. People know it, and the lawsuit that was going against it is going to get dropped, and there's supposedly a big system for government and stuff to use. So I'm expecting it's going to pull back up here somewhere to 70%. Well, 70 cents. Well, if you come up here and you look at your risk to reward, And I see a lineup right here, which I don't see on this chart right now. It's not an entry on this chart, but say I entered here, and I can keep my wrist nice and tight right here. And look, that's a 2.3 risk to reward, right? And that says a 19% growth. So if it takes me a week or two to grow the money 19%, I mean, that's good money. If you got 10 grand, that's $1,900. Just put in a trade and leave it alone, right? So, or if you got $1,000, that's $190 on your $1,000. Where can you get that, right? Except for the markets, once you know how to use it, right? So, all right. So that's XRP and Cardano, just because you've been talking about Cardano a lot. I'm looking at Cardano. I got to study Cardano more, right? But I know for sure it's going to break $2 because everybody's talking about Cardano and the fact that Cardano is going to, outperform Ethereum and all the things they can do. So, if you're not holding a lot of money, but I would also suggest that you still look at some of these coins, like look at them and see what the coins actually do, so you understand why. I'm gonna show you real quick something on ZIL, because that's one that I believe that ZIL and helium, because obviously we deal with helium miners and stuff now too, so I understand the value of what it's going to do. So instead of trading 20 charts, right, I just stick to a few of them, and that way I just look for setups and I allow it. I just allow the thing to grow. Right. I'm gonna pause this because I'm recording. Let me see something. Well, actually, I was gonna show you an account that I showed you guys a couple of days ago, and it's how much it's grown in the last couple of days. Right. So if you could just let it sit and then put a take profit in here, so you do take some profit off the table. So when it comes back down, you could buy it back in again low. Okay. So this is typical cryptocurrency: buy low, sell high. Right. So, but Cardano. According to my chart, Cardano ain't really ready yet. So, which means it's probably going to wiggle around here first, maybe come down this line first before it comes back up. Right. So I'm not going to enter Cardano. I know sometimes you guys are like, well, you say no to a lot of charts, and that's what you want to do as a trader. You want to say no more times than you say yes, right? Because it means you take in quality over quantity, right? So taking a lot of trades ain't gonna make you a lot of money, but taking one or two quality trades, like catching this boy right here all the way up, will make you a nice chunk of change. And then remember to get back out, right? That'll make you a nice chunk of change, right? So that's Cardano. Ms. Janice, you're gonna have to remind me how to get these things reorganized again. I'm gonna drop this up here by Forex thing, crypto. Okay, crypto. Okay, so I'm gonna look at the indices and then the metals real quick, right? So SPX, I don't typically trade NAS. NAS moves a little bit faster than I like. SPX acts like a Forex currency because it moves more slowly, but you can still get paid like an indice on it. US 30, I'd advise anyone that doesn't know how to trade, don't touch US 30 to call it 30-30. It will spank you. It will spank you. The account can go up $300, down $300 in like 2 minutes. You know what I mean? So unless you got that kind of bandwidth, I'd encourage you to stay with Forex. But if you like a little more excitement because you want to do indices, then I would say to start with SPX before you go into any other indice, because the other indices can shake you around a little bit too. Okay, so I came right here, drop my little line in. I want to see this is resistance area right here. This is ceiling, right? Okay, right here again. So I'm not going to do nothing with SPX until it breaks this line or it turns back up this direction, because that's the only two places it can go. Trading is really simple, but we tend to sometimes make it complicated, right? It can either come back up here after it bounces on that line, or it's going to do this thing. It's going to come down below this line right here, some kind of way, turn back up a little bit, retest this line like it did over here, and then it's going to come back down. So, okay, right. So right now is okay. I don't know what just happened, but right now is a little bit indecisive, right? Because it's at an area where it could do anything. And if you look over here at our markups from below for why is it not going away? Okay.
Hello?
Hello.
You talking to me?
If I'm talking to you, Ivy?
Oh, I thought you called my name. I'm sorry.
Oh no. But if you got a question, you can ask the question. No, I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. How you doing?
I'm good.
Okay, good.
I don't have a question. I'm just trying to watch it. It's all confusing for me.
Yeah, I know it's the beginning for you, but little by little you start to get it. It's not too hard at all.
Right.
All right. So,
okay, I'm just watching.
Yeah, cool. Thanks for coming. So, but right here though, like I said, if you look down here, our line right here, we could see clearly that MACD is showing us. And Chloe, what's the MACD showing us that we're doing? What does it look like the MACD is doing right there?
Selling.
There you go.
Coming up.
Right. So you can enter SPX, right, for sell or a buy. Let me go look, because I know some people do, sell it, right? If you are selling SPX, something like that, I'm just clear the chart off altogether. If you are selling SPX though, understand that it's just going to be a short sell. Like, just because I look at charts all the time, so my eyes and like now see them. But this line, or this line, you can't get a sell for more than those out of SPX, right? I mean, it'd be really, really rare that it's going to come all the way down to here, right? Oops, all the way down to here, okay, or all the way down to here. But don't get me wrong, I mean, it could, right? But chances are, if you look at the overall chart, let's go a little bit larger chart. Look at the overall chart. The overall chart is still buying. Everybody can see that, right? Overall chart is buying.
Yeah.
What you mentioned, Janice, you can see it? Janice part is it going to sleep? Sleeping Beauty?
Sorry, I was saying yes.
Okay. Yeah, right? So if your overall chart buying, although we can probably go pick up a little small sell here, right? Everybody knows that the trend is your
friend.
There you go. So I ain't going to trade against the trend, right? So can I maybe enter this for a buy? Let's see. Right. I don't want to trade little pullbacks. I want to get in for big moves and collect big pips, right? I don't want to trade like little pullbacks. Okay, so we got two sell zones right here. Okay, so according to our little chart system, this would be ready for, on the 8 minute, it'll be ready for sell. Okay, 1 second. It's be ready for a sell. All right. So we got a sell action happening. Okay, so, but what's my concern? Well, we got a reversal block right here. All right, look at this. We got an area that price reversed last time, right? Came into this area, came back down. Came into this area, bounced back at the bottom of this little pool here, went back up, came back down, bounced off of it, coming back down. So overall, again, price is still buying. It's just retesting different zones. So even from here to here, I'm still in a buy, right? Still in a buy. So some people would enter this, but let's go take a look. If we can enter this for a sell, short position, because we're going to short market. Okay, from here, if I was to put my stop loss right here, this is my last break with a wick right here. My stop loss right here, and then I was to push this out, like I could probably take a sell down to this level. So if you guys want to for fun, we could do it. Okay, but don't be surprised if price hits here and doesn't break through. It's just telling me that the 8 minute is ready to sell a little bit. So if you wanted to, just for fun, you can do it in your demo. And if you wanted to, just go ahead and enter. Thing out here. If you want to enter a little small cell in your demo, right? Use your demo because, I'm not really suggesting that you sell the market, but just for fun to see that the strategy still works, right? So I'm gonna come in here. We know how to use my FX, right? So, okay, let's use my FX, my FX book. So we know what we're looking at. That was SPX. I don't think they got a position site for SPX back here, but I'm gonna just go with gold because it's the closest thing you got to indice for SPX. So I'm gonna do XAU USD. So I'm gonna say it's gold, right? What I'm looking to do is looking to protect my money that's in there. I want to know how far that pullback would be if it was to be a pullback. So I'm gonna measure the pullback. Pullback is right here, right about 38.19, which it reads about the same thing as gold, right? So I'm gonna put 38.19 for my stop loss area. Stop loss for you guys that are brand new is that's where you stop your losses. So if the market goes in the opposite direction, if you know how to trade, you should never ever blow any account to go like lose too much money because can you go away, buddy? Nice to see you, but I want you to go away. Okay, good. But it shouldn't happen unless you just get a little bit greedy and you want to throw big lot sizes, right? So I'm gonna say I got $250 in this account, it's US dollars, $250. I'm not gonna risk any more than 2% of my account, right? Stop losses was 3,800 pips on gold. Okay, let's see what we got. So my lot size is 0.001. Well, we already know that 0.01 is the smallest. I'm gonna go 0.01. For this, I'm just gonna market execute gold. Right, but again, do it in your for sell. Do it in your what do you call it? In your trade in your demo account, okay? Right. So don't throw your real money at this. Okay. You go find where I got that. So SPX right here, right? And so all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put my take profit right here at 38.26. Modify, so put take profit is, oh shoot. See this, this is what you gotta do sometimes. I just entered silver by mistake. So I'll take a look at silver in a second. Okay, let me go enter market execute on gold. XAU guys, XAU, don't be me, XAG. That was silver. So I'm hit sell by market on silver. On gold, sorry. Right. And so right now I made an error on the hitting silver. So I market executed silver as well. So silver is pulling back, but I don't get nervous about it because I use proper lot sizes. I'm only down $1 and down 23 cents, right? So I'm just going to go ahead and put my stop loss, like I said I was going to do before. When you enter into a trade, just don't worry about it because you got your stop losses in there for a reason, right? Okay. So I'm gonna modify gold. I'm gonna put my stop loss right here at this area, 39.40, right? 39. Oh my goodness, I am crazy. All right, I'll just leave that alone for now. Okay, let me. Now my goal is in profit. All right, because I was talking about the thing. This is SPX. I'm talking about gold. Okay, so SPX. There you go. All right, so I got one of my gold account is in profit, only by 8 cents though. See, the other one is 24 cents in profit. Right, so I'm just gonna go because I'm using really small lot sizes on them because I know what we're doing. I'm just gonna close out the gold because I didn't really plan to jump in that chart. It's in profit. Close it out. I close it with 10 cents in profit. So yeah, I made money. Right. Trading is like this. Your goal is not to lose your money. Risk whatever you need to risk and then grow from there. So SPX is what I meant to get into. And so I just went ahead and closed out that one. It was in profit. And when it goes into, when it gets to the, when the silver gets back to profit, 0, whatever, then I'll close out. But what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to look down at silver and gold. So I put a stop loss here for my SPX. Stop loss again, if you guys are following along with this, stop loss again for SPX 39.4278, 39.4278, 0.78 for stop loss. And my take profit is going right here. Take profit 1. I'm gonna use 38.5229, 38.52.29. Modify. Okay. So I had to look at my silver and see silver is up 45 cents, but that's like luck, right? Because I didn't, or 20 cents, whatever it is luck, 30 cents. Because I didn't plan to get into silver. I just hit silver by mistake because I was thinking silver and gold instead of SPX, right? So I'm just going to see what silver is doing, because if silver is trading good, then if it's a good setup with silver, I'll just do it. Okay. So I'm going to run over here to silver. Silver is XAG. Silver is selling. That's why my silver came back in profit, right? Not the best place to enter the chart, but look, my silver is 55 cents in profit. Okay. Oops. Yeah, 55 cents in profit for the silver. Okay. Now, that's not big money, but the account only has 240 in it, right? So because of that, you want to trade with whatever you got. You want to trade based on what you got in your account, right? You don't want to just doing random stuff. Okay. Right. So what I'm gonna do is, I don't like the entry, so I'm gonna close out. I closed out my silver like 25 cents in profit. But guess what? I didn't lose any money. It was okay. The trade that I meant to take was SPX 500, and that trade is still going right now. Right. So all I had to do is think, worst case scenario, 2% of $240, 2% of, it means like $6 if it goes down, right? So that's why you want to use proper risk management, because then you don't ever have to worry. You can just leave your charts alone and go sleep or whatever you got to go do. Okay. Any questions about anything that we covered so far? People that might understand, because I know some of you, like, this is the first time you're looking at it. So any questions? You got it, Koyo, so far? You understand it?
Yeah, I get the drift of it.
Okay. Any other periods you guys want me to look at quickly before I'm going to go ahead and open our Asian session in a second? Any other periods you guys want me to look at before I open Asian session?
Your USD.
Or USD? Okay. I should have had your USD in my Forex list, but it's right here. Okay, your USD. It's taking a little bit long to load. Just give me a second. Oh, no, chart is already up, or is it? I'm confused. This looks like my other chart that was already up. This is my ZIL chart, but it says your USD. I think TradingView is having a little bit of a challenge. If I refresh the page. This is S&P. Let's find your USD again. Yeah, I think it's TradingView on my computer because it's like moving super slow. Super slow. Okay, so your USD is selling. What were you thinking of doing with your USD?
Pardon?
So what were you thinking of doing with your USD? Because it's selling right now. You wanted to sell it, or what do you want to do with it?
I just want to have a look at it.
Okay.
I pick up for you not to trade with any Euro, any EU pairs like this week.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Miss Janice.
Yeah.
What, something going on in the news or something, or what?
Yeah, it seems as though they're volatile. I don't know, but they warned you not to. Anything with EU. Stop
Okay.
it.
Got it. Okay, so first we got right here, we got this little reversal zone, boom, boom, back up, boom, right? Bounce off of it here, boom. So, like Ms. Shannon said, this is not a good chart to get into right now. I'm looking at a 1 hour, I'm looking at 15 minutes. I wouldn't even touch this chart before, like, even if I wanted to trade it for, a couple pips or whatever, I wouldn't even touch this chart until it have to break this line, give me a little retest here and come on down before I enter this chart again, or it would have to be clear. Basically, it had to be clear to turn back around and go back up. But either way, it's not giving me a clear entry, so I'll just leave it alone. Right. I don't like to set up on it right this minute. Any other chart you guys want to see? It's 8 o'clock, so I'm gonna have us hop on the Asian session here real quick. Any other chart quickly before we hop into the Asian session? All right, so thanks guys. I'm gonna stop. Hold on, I gotta find where our Zoom is. Not Zoom, our live YouTube thing is. So I can stop it. Maybe I can stop from right here and Zoom. Stop live stream. Please subscribe.